All right, friends. Well, I said at the beginning, or for the end of the year, beginning of the year, anyway, for 2026, I wanted to focus on hitting classics because I'd neglected classics. So here we go. Paid in Full, 1987. Just about as classic as you can get in terms of classics. Almost 40 years old. Almost 40 years old. On Spotify, it says July 7th of 87. I had not turned 7 years old yet. I was still 6 years old at the time. If you would have asked me what is hip hop, I probably would have said something about those square chalk things on the ground that the kids hop over. Hopscotch, yeah. Yeah, I probably would have said, oh, that's that hopscotch game, right? Hip hop? No. I had no idea. I didn't even know if I was really even aware of music. I mean, I obviously had heard music at the time, but 6 years old, no. Yeah, nothing. Big old blank. This one has been hailed as one of the greats. I've heard it referenced so many times. Kendrick's referenced it. I think Jid has referenced it. So many artists reference this album. So it's nice to finally sit down to it. I do apologize it's taken so long. You know, this whole journey through hip hop has taken some detours here and there. But let's check it out. Now, on Spotify, when I pulled it up, I was like, oh, okay, 12 songs, 52 minutes. Great. Okay, cool. But when I pulled it up on Genius, it's really 10 songs. So I guess about 45 minutes. 11 and 12 on Spotify. One is As the Rhyme Goes On. It's a radio, and it says radio mix. And that one has basically no listens at all. That is the least listened out track off of the album. And then number 12 is Paid in Full. And it looks like it's got like a different feature. It says the Cold Cut Crew, where the other one says Marley Marl. And that one has 5% of the listens of the original Paid in Full. So I'm not going to worry about 11 and 12. I'm just going to do 10 tracks. So it's a bit of a shorter album, which is kind of nice for me. Last week was Mac Miller's Good AM. That was a longer run. So a bit of a shorter video, and that's okay. It's nice to have shorter videos sometimes. I don't know what to expect. I didn't look anything up. I am expecting to hear some antiquated beat styles, and I'm really curious to hear like the rapping style and the flow and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of lyrical content, themes, I'm walking in totally blind. Totally blind. The only thing I'm really expecting is just to hear this is from 40 years ago, basically. So yeah, let's jump in, y'all. I'm pretty excited. Finally sitting down with one of the classic hip hop albums, Paid in Full, Eric B. and Rakim. Track one's called I Ain't No Joke. Producers are Rakim, Eric B. Dropping in to Paid in Full. First time listen. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting to hear.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm gone, no one gets on, cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch people wonder, damn. But think about it, then you understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it, even if it's jazz or the quiet storm. I hook a beat up, convert it into hip-hop form. Write a rhyme and graffiti in every show you see me in. Deep concentration, cause I'm no
this
comedian.
Is cool.
Jokers are wild if you wanna be tame. I treat you like a child and you're gonna be named another enemy, not even a friend of me. Cause you'll get fried in the end when you pretend to be competing. Cause I just put your mind on pause and I complete when you compare.
In the production, this drum beat loop at the end, there's this and I love it. I wish I could hear more of it. I wish I could hear it for just a longer section or more often, but just that to end. Basically, I think it's the end of the loop, right, as it comes back into the beginning. I love that little rapid fire drum beat.
Rhyme with yours, I wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunned. Remember me, the one you got your idea from, but soon you start to suffer. The tune will get rougher when you start to stutter. That's when you had enough of fighting it'll make you choke. You can't provoke, you can't cope. You should have broke because I ain't no joke.
Oh wow. The record scratch in there for sure. Yeah, this is cool. Ain't no joke, it's alright.
I got a question is serious as cancer. Who can keep the average dancer hyper as a heart attack? Nobody smiling, cause you're expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. This is what we all sit down to write. You can't make it, so you take it home, break it and bite. Use pieces and bits of all my hip hop hits. Get the style down packed, then it's time to switch.
He's got like an easy style, his rapping style. And who is actually rapping? I don't even know. It doesn't say. I don't know. I don't know who's actually rapping. I wish it was noted here. But yeah, there's just this kind of like not all loud and up in your face type of a thing. You know, he's not shouting. Rappers yelling all in our ear like we're deaf. That type of a thing, right? He ain't doing that. And what's neat too is it's this weird, it's this cool blend of almost sounds like spoken word, but it's not. But there's just the way he rolls through his lyrics, just very easy. But it's also not slow. It's not fast. I think too with it, you know, obviously this is an older style of rapping. This is very early like stages of rapping. So he doesn't necessarily have a lot of like inflections and movement in terms of his vocal stuff, but it is just like cool, you know, just very easy to the point. Pretty good fucking lyrics. We'll go through the lyrics. I'll finish the song up and then we'll just start reading the lyrics again too. A lot of words coming through. All right, let's keep going.
Nobody beats the R, so stop yelling. Save it, put it in your pocket for later. Cause I'm moving the crowd and be a rectificator. No interruptions till the mic is broke. When I'm gone, then you can joke. Cause everything is real on the serious.
This is cool, man. I like the production too. It's a good beat.
Through hell, freeze your dome. Then watch your eyeballs swell. Guide you out of triple stage darkness. When it get dark again, then I'ma spark this microphone. Cause the heat is on. You see smoke in the finish when the beat is gone. I'm no joke, no joke.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking scratching the hell out of that record. Yeah. Fucking, that's classic, right? Putting an explosion sound effect at the end of a song. All right. Nobody beats the R, so stop yelling. Moving the crowd. B will wreck the fade. So Rakim is the rapper. Eric B is the producer, or the DJ, yeah, as said here. So that's who's rapping, Rakim. Let's go through some lyrics. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm gone, no one gets on because I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. Yeah, dude. I like to stand in a crowd and watch the people wonder, damn, but think about it and then you'll understand I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it. Even if it's jazz or the quiet storm, I hook a beat up, convert into a hip-hop form, write a rhyme and graffiti in every show you'll see me in. Deep concentration because I'm no comedian. Jokers are wild if I want to be tame. I treat you like a child and you're going to be... There's a couple lines in here I want to touch on specifically here. Oh yeah, this EMCEE. What is this about? MC is abbreviation of Master of Ceremonies, also... Phonetically, oh, okay, EMCE, okay.
Phonetically.
Keep it down over there. You're too distracting. Play your farming game. My wife's sitting next to me playing her Fay Farm game. The initials later started to get borrowed to mean mic checker, mic controller, someone who moves the crowd. What's this one? Or you'll be one of the... So when you see me come up, freeze, or you'll be one of those 7 MCs. A reference to his song My Melody, where he made a bar about rappers' careers he killed. Oh. Take 7 MCs, put them in a line, add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme. Well, it'll take 7 more before I go for mine. That's 21 MCs, 8 up at the same time. This has got to be a reference to Eazy-E, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, Eric B.E. Other DJs are so back that can be nice offbeat. Sorry, I'm doing a poor job of reading the annotations out loud. I nominated my DJ for president. When I empty, I'll keep your freestyle going steadily, so pucker up and whistle my melody. But whatever you do, don't miss one. There'll be another rough rhyme after this one. Before you know it, you're following and fiending, waiting for the punchline to get the meaning. Like before the moral of my story, I'm telling nobody beats the R, so stop yelling. What's this guide you out of triple stage darkness? What's this about? Oh, it's a video. Well, okay. So it's like an interview. I'm not going to worry about that. I got a question as serious as cancer. Who can keep the average dancer? Hyper as a heart attack? Nobody's smiling because you're expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. This is what we all sit down to write. You can't make it, so you take it home, break it, and bite. It's funny how the term biting exists almost 40 years ago. Like, that's how long that phrase has been around. I like that it still sticks around, too. I feel like certain things, things evolve and all that. Slang, lingo, language, it all changes over time. But I like it when certain things are just kept the same. It doesn't have to be everything, but every now and then. Like, I would be sad if it got to a point where no one ever said biting my style or biting my, rhymes or lyrics or whatever. It'd be kind of sad. It just feels like it's too integral to hip hop. Good shit. I'm impressed. I'm happily impressed here. Let's go to the second one. It's called Eric B is on the cut. Producers Eric B, Rakim. Dropping into 2. Eric B is on the cut. Oh, it's just an instrumental. Oh, well, this will be easy to analyze lyrically. Let's hear some production. Oh, cool. Fucking, it's like scribbling, basically. You can hear like some early computerized sound effects, like a layer on top. I love that. Like wow, 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 wow. It is cool that you can hear in the scratching, you can hear the beat of his motion, essentially. Like there is the beat in the hand movement that is scratching the record, like you can hear it. Which is kind of cool because I always enjoy the sound of record scratching and stuff, but like I've never sat and listened to it so closely to listen to the hand movement and essentially the beat coming from the hand as it moves the record around. So this is kind of a new experience for me. And you can even hear like the extent of motion too, like wah, 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 wah. Like like these longer motions, these longer drags or whatever. And I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. I'm assuming it's like literally on a record player and like moving the shit back and forth. But now I'm like noticing, yeah, there's a beat structure with his movement, but also it's almost like sustained note type of a thing where that kind of like longer motion inside the beat. And he's got to have two hands going, right? He's got to have two hands going. It's a little longer than I need it to be, personally. Like, I feel like I've kind of heard everything that he's going to do in this. It feels very like freeform too. Oh, that part was cool. It's like descending note. Oh, I like how I ended it too. Little echo effect. So I posted a video up. I've been doing short shout outs. A goal I'm going to have for this year is I'm trying to do more underground, and I'm trying to just help out people who are trying to find an audience, basically complete nobodies, people who have like 50 listeners a month, stuff like that. So people send me stuff, and I got sent this thing about a week ago, and I thought it sounded great, but it turns out AI was used in some capacity to make it. And so it's stirred up a bit of an uproar. I'm going to post another video tomorrow, like a part 2 talking about AI music. But I was just thinking about how, where we are now, and technology, especially like hip hop, like it's very, very common. Computers being used to make beats and do all this different type of stuff, right? And how obviously everything evolves and technology changes, all this kind of stuff, right? But just this idea of how many producers today, legit producers, could even do anything remotely like that with an actual record player. You start thinking about essentially like the lost art of certain things. With rock and metal and all that stuff, people are just still playing the guitar. They're trying to find a different way to play it. And I almost wonder sometimes if that lack of evolution in terms of the actual instrument is maybe something that has held rock back, or maybe, you get to a point where it's like, well, it actually really has all been done. Who knows? But it is fascinating to think about where we are now in terms of technology, how music is made now versus how it was made back then, how much more difficult it was back then, and who could even make it like that anymore. Like if there's anybody, I would love to know how many producers are out there today in 2026 that can have a couple turntables and do something like what Eric B just did. There's probably very, very, very few producers. But also, in a way, it kind of lends itself to, how much more creativity exists because they're not limited to turntables, It's really, I think it's a fascinating thing to think about. I personally am not in favor of AI music and people using AI to make music. I know the record companies are going to do everything they can to basically shove out all real artists so that they never have to pay anyone anything, because that's all they ever want to do is not pay people. I kind of forgot what my point was. Oh, but I was going to go into this lane of, with the technology that we have now, the limit now is creativity. What somebody can think of. I immediately think of JPEG Mafia. That guy, I feel like that guy is just the bleeding edge of production right now. That guy is so creative and unique and evolves constantly, man. The shit that he does. What track was it? I think it's Coke or Dope, or it's off the most recent album. But it starts out with a bunch of clicking sounds, and you can hear, and then he changes the speed of it, and it drops into the bass beat. Oh my fucking God, dude. Like that bit is so awesome. And it's all sample, whatever the fuck he sampled, and however he chopped it and sped it up and slowed it down. It just sounds fucking incredible to me. And so something like that you could have never done with turntables. Anyway, hip hop is an interesting genre. The amount of change that has happened in 40, 50 years is absurd. It's insane. And what was I watching? I don't remember what it was, but somebody was talking about how basically they feel like hip hop is still like in its young form. You think about rock and other things. They've been around almost twice as long. Something else that's kind of neat to think about, if not longer than twice as long. Anyway, let's keep going. This is called My Melody, which I think was referenced by the first track. Right? Didn't I read an annotation about My Melody. It's track 3. This one's longer, almost 7 minutes. Eric B. and Rakim, drop it into 3, My Melody. Oh, cool. Ooh, that bass note that came through.
Check out my melody, hand out a cigar. I'm letting knowledge be born, and my name's the R. A.K.A. I am not like the rest of them, I'm not on the list. That's what I'm saying, I drop lines like a scientist. My melody's in the code for every next episode. Has the mic off and distorting, ready to explode. I keep the mic at Fahrenheit, freedom seeds to make them cola. The listener's system is kicking like solar. As I memorize, advertise like a poet. Keep you going when the flow is smooth enough. You know it, but
yeah.
That's why the mural on my story I tell a B. Nobody beats the R. Check out my melody.
It's almost like a very stompy production. Bam, bam, bam.
So what am a microphone fiend addicted soon as I seen one of these form C's so they don't have to scream. I measure with the heat that's made by son, brother playing ball or bobbing in the hall or just writing my name in graffiti on the wall. They shouldn't have told me, you said you control me, so now a contest is what you owe me. Pull out your money, pull out your cut, pull up a chair. My name is Rakim, my law, and R.A. stand for raw, switch it around. It still comes out R so easily. Will I E-M-C-E-E?
I love it.
Repetition of words, just check out my melody. Some bass and treble is moist, scratching and cutting a voice. And when it's mine, that's when the rhyme is always choice. I wouldn't have came and said my name and run the same week. Putting blurs and slurs and words that don't fit in a rhyme. Why waste time on the microphone? I take this more serious than just a poem.
I love this section right here. Pull up a chair. My name is Rakim Allah, and RA stands for Ra. Switch it around, it still comes out R. So easily will I MC. A repetition of words. Just check out my melody. Where was the thing about his flow, too? Because as he was going through, he had lyrics about his flow, and his flow was just flowing. Where the hell was it? I don't know. Good shit. Right here. As I memorize, advertise like a poet. Keep you going when I'm flowing. Smooth enough, you know it. And yeah, he does just have this. Obviously, still, it's an older style of rapping, but there is a flow to it. There is just this rolling style where he just rolls through all this stuff with ease. There's a couple other lyrics too. I got a message on Twitter, talking about there's other songs I got to hear, and one apparently a song by these guys is called Microphone Fiend. And Rage Against the Machine has an album that's all covers, and there's a song on there called Microphone Fiend. It's the first one. So I've heard that song obviously, but I probably am familiar with that track. But nothing that's interesting too. I mean, that tells me that Zach De La Rocha is a fan of Rakim. And so when I read these lyrics, I couldn't wait to take the mic, blow into it to test, then let my melody play, then let the record suggest that I'm dropping bombs, but I stay peace and calm. That right there made me think of a Rage Against the Machine song called Calm Like a Bomb. Calm Like a Bomb. So I wonder how much inspiration. I mean, obviously these guys are going to inspire and influence a lot of people, but that just kind of shot out at me, especially too with I'm a Microphone Fiend, which is the name of the song that Rage Against the Machine covered. Not to say that, he got the idea strictly from that, but there's little hints, and that's one thing I'm looking for as we go through this. I'm looking for little hints of things that I've heard elsewhere to see, maybe this is where it came from. Maybe this is the source type thing. All right, let's keep going. This is cool.
When the mic and the R-A-K-I-M is attached like a match, I will strike again. Rhymes are poetically kept, an alphabetic step put in order to proceed with the momentum. Except I say one rhyme out of order, a longer rhyme, shorter, or pause. But don't stop the tape recorder.
This is cool, man. And I feel like I like that this is a longer chorus right here, the chorus, because it feels like this is a bit, Rakim has his verses, but like this longer chorus structure where it's just the production, it feels like Eric B's verse in a sense. He gets a little bit of like a solo section through here before we get to the net. How many more verses are there? A couple more. So this is kind of neat. I like that they put that in here.
All they can go get is me a glass of Moet. A hard time, sip your juice and watch a smooth poet. I take 7 MCs, put them in a line.
Oh, here we go. Here's the lyrics that were referenced on the opening.
Think they can rhyme? Well, it'll take 7 more before I go for mine. Now that's 21 MCs ate up at the same time. Easy does it, do it easy. That's what I'm doing. No fessing, no messing around, no chewing, no robbing, no buying, biting. Why borrow? This lava stop trying, fighting to follow my unusual style. Will confuse you a while. If I was water, I'd flow in the Nile. So many rhymes you won't have time to go for yours. Just because of applause, I have to pause. Right after tonight is when I prepare to catch another sucker duck MC out there. Cause my strategy has to be tragedy, catastrophe. And after this, you'll call me your majesty.
Nice. That was a good verse right there. That was a pretty good fucking verse right there. All they can go get me is a glass of Moet, a hard time, sip your juice, and watch. Well, he says Moet, doesn't he? But I think it's pronounced Moet. I don't know. Or did he kind of soften up poet? I don't remember. Sip your juice and watch a smooth poet. I take 7. Well, we read this part on the other track, but easy does it. Do it easy. That's what I'm doing. I concur. Easy does it. Rolling through. That's something, what does Little Sims say? How does she do it? I don't try too hard. There's an ease to it. I forget which song that is. I like Little Sims a lot. No fessing, no messing around, no chewing, no robbing or buying, biting why borrow. The slob will start trying, fighting to follow. My unusual style will confuse you a while. If I was water, I'd flow in the Nile. So many rhymes you won't have time to go for yours. Just because of applause, I have to pause. Right after tonight is when I prepare to catch another sucker duck MC out there. Because my strategy has to be tragedy, catastrophe. After this, you'll call me your majesty. Good shit.
Now you're drugging, almost bugging on my rhyme like bass, the melody that I'm styling. Smooth as a violin.
Smooth as a violin.
New York from Long Island. My wisdom is swift. No matter if my momentum is slow. MC still stand stiff. I'm genuine like leather. Inclined to be clever. MC you beat the R-I-C-O never. So Eric B, cut it easily. And check out my melody.
I like it. It's like some of these like longer strokes along the record make me think of like a sword swing, which then makes me think of Wu-Tang. Funny. It's funny how the different things like just kind of connect in the mind,
Check out my melody. Check out my melody.
Oh, that little whistle will come back. I'm surprised. I'm pretty cool with my melody because it's a longer song. I did not find myself getting bored. I think I'm beginning to really appreciate why Rakim is so, or Rakim, how you say it, Rakim, why he's so regarded as an MC, especially one of the early guys. Because every verse, I was just like listening and enjoying and like, yeah. Drop the mic when I'm finished and watch it smoke. So stand back. You want to rap. All of that can wait. I won't push. I won't beat around the bush. I want to break upon those who are not supposed to. You might try, but you can't get close to. Because I'm number one. Competition is none. I measure with the heat that's made by the sun. I think this line right here was kind of, I want to break upon those who are not supposed to. And I feel like that's a terminology for an older style, and the break, right? Where that was the music portion where there was no vocals, and that's the portion of music that these DJs started looping back and forth so that people could just dance, and then MCs started talking on top of the break. It's kind of neat to actually know that history well enough to be able to explain that. That's kind of fun for me too. Good job, brain. Well done. But anyway, I want to break upon those who are not supposed to. I feel like there's double meaning there. Talking about other MCs, but also kind of like the idea of let's make a beat loop upon a break section that really you're not supposed to use as a break section because maybe it's too challenging, it's too complicated, too hard, whatever, Maybe. I'm probably wrong. Probably reading too much into that. But I don't know. The word break really jumped out at me on that part. Good shit. I'm thinking of MF Doom. I don't know. Lots of little things are just shooting through my mind right now. Mos Def comes to mind. Just thinking about the people who love the craft. This is 1987. Biggie was big in the 90s. So that means he was listening to this when he was still probably like a fucking little punk-ass teenager, like 13, 14, 12, something like that, right? Because what's that one video where he's like 17 and on the street? Maybe he wasn't that young. But Biggie was listening to this. He was.
I have a question.
Okay, yeah, this is the Q&A portion of my reaction video. Yes. What's your question?
Were they going to hear it on cassettes, on tapes, or on the radio?
So it'd be on the radio.
Why were they on the radio?
Well, certain radio stations would play hip hop, yeah, especially out of New York and stuff like that, because New York was kind of the mecca, the beginning
Would
of.
they play stuff from the opposite coast, or just?
I don't know. I mean, now you're getting into the East Coast, West Coast bullshit, and that was all 90s and stuff like that too. But I do remember, what was it? Did you watch that with me on Netflix years ago? The History of Hip Hop. Remember that? Do you remember watching that?
I think so.
Yeah, and I remember on that there's a couple episodes, early episodes, talk about the early history of it, and yeah, there's a couple radio stations that started up and started playing this stuff, and yeah. But I would to answer your real question, yeah, probably listening to this on cassette or record.
And how would they get them? Because you'd have to mail them.
So that's mixtapes. Mixtapes.
Right.
People would record the shit on cassette and sell them out of the back of their car or pass them around.
I remember that. So then how would you get one from the opposite coast?
I don't know. But if you had one from the opposite coast, you're probably legit as fuck because you got a mixtape from the other side of the country.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't leave that in the car.
Yeah. Huh. All right, let's keep going. This is track 4. It's called I Know You Got Soul. Rakim and Eric B. are the producers. Drop it into 4. I Know You Got Soul. Incorporates James Brown. Okay.
It's been a long time.
That drum
I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many week shows you slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you.
This is
thinking
legit
of this.
as fuck
You keep
already.
repeating the miss. The rhyme from the
Badass.
microphone solo with. So you sit by the radio, hand on the dial soon. As you hear it, pump up the volume. Dance with the speaker till you hear it blow. Then plug in a headphone, cause here it goes. It's a 4-letter word when it's heard to control your body to dance. So dot text a tempo like a red alert.
This is great.
Reflex and let it work. When this is playing, you can't get stuck with the steps. So can say, and I'ma still come up with a gift to be swift.
Oh, that drum fill.
The rhyme go deaf with the record that was mixed a long time ago. It could be done, but only I could do it. For those that can dance and clap your hands to it.
This is cool.
You got it. You got it. You got it. I know you got the soul.
I love that little breakout right there. Something else I was thinking about too, 87, I believe this is before all the copyright stuff really started hitting hip hop, right? I think this is back when they were just like essentially stealing other people's music to put it into their own, right? And make chops and beats and loops and all that other kind of shit. So I don't know. I'm assuming this remains intact. You know, I'm assuming that they probably had to pay royalties to James Brown and all that kind of shit, right? But that's another aspect of music that is different now, is that, I mean, obviously you still get samples, but it ain't going to be like it was mid-'80s, late 80s, before the copyright stuff really started hitting hip-hop. Because wasn't that, was it De La Soul too, right? De La Soul, I Know. That's one of my favorite hip-hop songs. And that's heavily sampled from, I don't know the name of the song. I actually heard it one day. I was at the dentist's office, of all places, laying back in the dentist chair, getting my teeth cleaned. And I was like, oh my God, that's the song. That's the song De La Soul sampled for I Know. This is cool, man. It's just a fun, I'm just having a great time kind of thinking about how much hip hop changes. Where it was, where it is now, what it means in terms of creative output for artists, what they're able to do, what they can no longer do. You know, it's just fascinating. It's very fascinating because I've never really sat around and thought like that about metal. Metal is fucking bass guitar, drums, vocals. And whatever you can do with those things, you know? I mean, obviously there's been evolutions in sound and all that kind of stuff, but in general, it's just the same equipment. Hip-hop, no. It's just changed so much. The tools available have changed so much. Fascinating shit.
Cause I'm a manifest and bless the mic I'll hold you on the next. Then you gotta have soul.
If
you ain't got it, I'ma make an encore. Take the mic, make the people respond for the R. Cause that's the way it'll have to be. If you wanna get on after me, think about it. Wait, erase your rhyme. Forget it. And don't waste your time. Cause I'll be in the crowd if you ain't controlling it. Drop the mic, you shouldn't be holding it. This is how it should be done. This style is identical to none. Some try to make it sound like this, but you're getting me. So upset that I'm wet cause you're sweating me. I drip steam like a microphone theme. Ego to MC is my theme. I get hype when I hear drum roll. Rakim is on the mic, and you know I got soul.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love the line, so upset that I'm wet because you're sweating me. Like, you're sweating so profusely over my ability to rhyme on the microphone, sir, that, you've gotten me wet with your sweat, sir. That whole fucking verse was great. Picture a mic, the stage is empty. A beat like this might tempt me to pose, show my rings and fat gold chain, grab the mic like I'm on Soul Train. But I wait, because I master this. Let the others go first, so the brothers don't miss. Eric B, break the sticks. Rakim will begin when you make the mix. I'll experiment like a scientist. You want to rhyme? You got to sign my list, because I'm a manifest and bless the mic I hold. You want it next? Then you got to have soul. This shit is so good. Because if you ain't got it, I'm going to make an encore, take the mic, make the people respond for it. The R, because that's the way it'll have to be if you want to go get on after me. Think about it, wait, erase your rhyme, forget it, and don't waste your time, because I'll be in the crowd if you ain't controlling it. Drop the mic, you shouldn't be holding it. This shit is legit as fuck, and the production is great. This is a fantastic song.
You listen to it, the concept might break you. Cause almost anyone can relate to whoever's out of hand. I'ma give them handles, light them up, blow them out like candles. Or should I just let them melt to give them a hand so they can see how I felt? I'm not bold just cause I rock gold. Rakim is on the mic, and you know I got soul. Soul.
You got it. You got it.
Dude, the beat loop is so fucking good. That drum fill that comes in at the end.
Now I'ma stop to see what you got. Get off the mic before it get too hot. I wanna see which posse can dance the best. It should be easy cause the beat is fresh. Now feel from uptown, Brooklyn bound, the Bronx, Queens, or Long Island Sound. Even other states come right and exact. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.
It ain't where you're
Since
from,
you
it's
came
where
here,
you're
you
at.
have to show and prove and do that dance until it don't move.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, that's great. One thing I really appreciate about Rakim is he has taken the time to consider someone like me when addressing the crowd. For those that can't dance, then clap your hands to it. Well, thank you so much, Rakim, for including me, because I can't dance for shit, but I can clap my hands. I can clap my hands. Hell yeah. A gift to be swift, follow the leader, the rhyme will go. Deaf with a record that was mixed a long time ago. It can be done, but only I can do it. For those that can't dance, then clap your hands to it. I start to think, and then I sink into the paper like I was ink. When I'm writing, I'm trapped in between the lines. I escape when I finish the rhyme. I got soul. Great song, man. Great song. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I remember watching, it was been a while ago, but the Danny Brown podcast, and when he had JPEG Mafia on after they had just released, or right before they released, right around Scaring the Hose. And they were talking about rhymes, writing rhymes, and how the guys back in the day, they were so good at doing it and this and that. And both of those guys got to be fans, right? They got to be fans of this album, of these two guys. Got to be. It's fun. I mean, Danny Brown's he's a couple years younger than I am, so we're basically the same age. So, yeah, this album was out when he was a kid too. I wonder, like, the other thing too with like Karanta, right? That last song where it's about being at home with his family and they're just listening to the song and singing along, and, you know, these moments where nothing else really matters, like all the weird problems. There's that line in there, you know, Dad shows up with pizzas like nothing had happened, and they're just, you know, singing to the jams. I wonder if this was an album that was played at the house when he was a kid, or if some of these songs were on, you know, on the radio or something like that. Who knows? Who knows, man? Good shit. Good. I love music. I love music so much. Okay, this is 5. It's called Move the Crowd. Rakim, Eric B. Drop it in at number 5. Here we go. Ooh. Beefy. Oh. Beefy or beef. Oh, wow.
Standing by the speaker.
So
Suddenly
futuristic
I had
in
this.
its sound.
It wasn't me either. Summer madness. Cause I just can't stand around, so I get closer, and the closer I get, the better it sound. My mind start to activate, rhymes collaborate. Cause when I heard the beat, I just had to make something from the top of my head. So I fell into the groove of the wax, and I said, how could I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. Here's the instructions, put it together. It's simple, ain't it? But quite clever. Some of you been trying to write rhymes for years, but we got dares, irritate my ears. Is this the best that you can make? Cause if not, and you got more, I'll wait. But don't make me wait too long, cause I'ma move on the dance floor when they put something smooth on. So turn up the bass, it's better when it's loud. Cause I like to move the crowd.
Great verse.
Move the crowd.
Yeah, the sound is very dated. You know, it just sounds like 80s trying to sound futuristic. But that verse is great. I love this, man. How could I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. Here's the instruction, put it together. It's simple, ain't it, but quite clever. Some of you have been trying to write rhymes for years, but weak ideas irritate my ears. Is this the best that you can make? Because if not, and you got more, I'll wait. But don't make me wait too long, because I'm going to move on the dance floor when they put something smooth on.
That's messed
Oh, dude, it's so fucking good, man. It's so good.
Move the crowd. Move the crowd. Move the crowd.
I like the guitar bit in the production. But the rest of it is kind of, I mean, it's fine. But.
They measure me with the heat that's made by solar. It gets stronger every time I hold a microphone check. The tone it gets started. The line for the microphone is departed. So leave it up to me. My DJ is mixing. Everyone is moving or eager to listen. Your hands in the air, your mouth shut. Cause I'm on the mic and Eric B is on the cut. But knowledge itself, there's nothing I can't solve. At 360 degrees I revolve. This is actual fact. It's not an act. It's been proven indeed. And I proceed to make the crowd keep moving.
I'm cool with Move the Crowd. I know it's apparently not the most popular song on the album, but that's a cool song. The sound is a little dated on the production, but I mean that's gonna happen, right? 40 years ago. That descending note, I feel like On Man used that, which is an album none of you have heard. On Man. I forget the name of the album. That's the artist, On Man. But there is a song where it has that do 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 do. I wonder if he's sampling this or referencing this in some way, or maybe it could be just a coincidence too, because it is kind of an odd sound. But I love the little. But he's going way faster than whoop, 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 whoop. I can't even mimic it, the sound, let alone move my hand correctly to do it. I'm the intelligent, wise on the mic. I will rise right in front of your eyes because I am a surprise. I'm going to let my knowledge be born to a perfection. All praise is due to Allah, and that's a blessing. With knowledge of self, there's nothing I can't solve. At 360 degrees, I revolve. This is actual fact. It's not an act. It's been proven indeed, and I proceed to make the crowd keep moving. Yeah, Rakim's fucking cool, man. Cool MC, Rakim. Well done. This has been a lot of fun listening to. Just old school shit, man. Old school shit. Let's keep going. Next one's called Paid in Full. This is the biggest off the album. It is the title track. Eric B and Rakim are the producers. Drop it into 6. Putting a heart in advance. Here's Paid in Full. I wonder if I'll recognize
Rakim, what's
anything
up?
from it.
Yo, I'm doing the knowledge, E, man. I'm trying to get paid in full. Well, check this out. Since Norby Walters is our agency, right? True. Carol Lewis is our agent. Word up. Zakia and 4th and Broadway is our record company. Indeed. Together, we can get paid in full.
Oh, the bass line. I like the bass line.
Thinking of a master plan. Cause ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands. So I dig into my pocket, all my money spent. So I get deeper, but still coming up for lint. So I start my mission, leave my residence. Thinking how could I get some dead presidents? I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did. I used to roll up, this is a hole up. Ain't nothing funny, stop smiling. We still don't nothing move but the money. But now I learn to earn cause I'm righteous. I feel great, so maybe I might just search
I like
for a
that.
9 to 5. If I strive, then maybe I'll stay alive. So I walk up the street, whistling this, feeling out of place, cause man do I miss a pen and a paper, a stereo, a taper. Me and Eric being a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But without no money, it's still a wish. Cause I don't like to dream about getting paid. So I dig into the books of the rhymes that I made. So now's a test to see if I got pulled. Hit the studio, cause I'm paid
Hit
full.
the studio, cause I'm paid in full.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Check
Is
this
that
out.
it?
Yo, you go to your girl house and I go to mine, cause my girl is definitely mad cause it took us too long to do this album. Yo, I hear what you're saying, so let's just pump the music up.
This album has really made me appreciate record scratching so much more. I feel like we just get a long window of time to hear it. I keep wanting the bass line to come back in. I really like that bass line. I'm a very simple man. If there's a bass line, I typically just like it, and that's it. I like a bass line. I'm kind of surprised by that song. Single verse. Let's go through the verse. Pretty short verse, too, honestly. I love how he rhymed "I might just" with "righteous." That was fucking great. So here's the verse. We'll just go through the whole verse. Thinking of a master plan, 'cause ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. So I dig into my pocket, all my money spent. So I dig deeper, but still coming up with lint. So I start my mission, leave my residence, thinking, how could I get some dead presidents? I need money. That made me think of Ka right there, the way he said it, because I think Ka kind of mimicked the way it was said. I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did. I used to roll up, this is a hold-up, ain't nothing funny, stop smiling, be still, don't nothing move but the money. But now I've learned to earn because I'm righteous, I feel great, so maybe I might just search for a 9 to 5. If I strive, then maybe I'll stay alive. So I walk up the street whistling this, feeling out of place, because man, do I miss a pen and a paper, a stereo, a tape of me and Eric B, and a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But without no money, it's still a wish, because I don't like to dream about getting paid. So I dig into the books of the rhymes that I made. So now it's a test to see if I got pull. Hit the studio, because I'm paid in full. Fucking bad, dude. I love it. I love it. This is fucking cool, man. It's so cool to, you always hear about the greats, right? And like for me, it's Black Sabbath. I haven't really listened to a lot of Black Sabbath. I've not really explored their albums. Over the last year or two, I've been poking around here and there. And as I explore more Black Sabbath albums, of which there are a lot, I start to realize, oh, fuck, yeah. Like, everyone knows the hits, the Black Sabbath hits, and they're good, but like, it kills me because the classic rock radio station, they just play like the same 5 Sabbath songs. That's it. There's some great Black Sabbath songs. And like long ass fucking songs, like 15-minute tracks, what's that one? A Bit of Finger, I think. And so, yeah, obviously that getting played on the radio and shit. But that's why so many metal guys, that's why so many rock guys talk about Black Sabbath. Because, yeah, they just had some fucking amazing music. And it's so cool to go to a classic. People have always, you hear this album referenced often, Paid in Full. It's one of the great classics of hip hop. And to sit down and listen to it and go, yeah, I can hear it. I can tell. I can see why this just hit the way that it did. Now I want to put on Illmatic again. Listen to Illmatic. This is cool. It's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let's keep going. This one is called As the Rhyme Goes On. This is track 7. Eric B. Rakim. I like the picture, the watch. That's great. It says, Pumping the Turbo, Chad J in effect. He's not listed here, but I think the radio mix has the Chad J. Should I listen to that one? No, I'll listen to the normal one. That one's got way more listens. All right, anyway, here we go. Here is 7 As the Rhyme Goes On.
Knowledge will begin until I finish this song, cause the rhyme gets rougher as the rhyme goes on. You sweat as you step, about to get hype. Or should you just listen to the man on the mic? You're physically in this with me, but how could you tell? If it's meant to be hip-hop, if you're not mentally as well. Ready to absorb the rhyme that I just poured into the mic, so unite and this won't be so bored. If you just keep kicking, listen to the mix and think you'll sink into the rhyme like quicksand. Holds and controls you till I leave. You fall deeper in the style. It's hard to breathe. The only time I stop is when somebody drop and then bring them to the front, cause my rhyme's the oxygen. Then wave your hand when you're ready, I'll send you into your favorite dance, but let the rhyme continue and so on.
The production's like very different on this.
Even if I stop, the rhyme remains to be.
It's almost like
to the
muted.
top, and I came to drop it, catch it and quiz it. is my topic. Universal, cause I move everybody to come by exercising your mind. To coincide is one. Sung it on stage, some said it don't sound like the voice on the record. I see what you mean because the system was whack, so I had to scream. So just give me your mic if it's loud,
that's
I'll
funny.
blow it. If not, into the crowd I'll throw it. Pull out my caller's mic to entertain you well. Before I let go, I'ma spark your brain cell. I took time to write, tonight I will recite. So poetically inclined when the mic is held tight. Rhymes start flowing, kisses are blowing. MCs are knowing that's why they're going. The rougher the cuts, the rougher the rhyme gets. Deeper and deeper, I hope you understand it. I made it up myself and I planned it for other MCs.
I'll let it finish.
Who waste time
It's all-
writing
yeah, he's almost
jokes,
done.
riddles, and maybe a rhyme. I crossed my arms and I was waiting, but I was hating. The rappers on the microphone was fronting, just faking. They wasn't breaking, which means I was aching to get up on the microphone and then start taking control of the mic, uptight when I grabbed it. So hug the speaker, your ears are magnet. Attracted to a freestyle put in effect. You listen to the man while you're
fuck,
sipping my
man.
wet.
I was just say with the production, I don't know, the production is kind of like just absent on this one. And the sound that is there is fairly muted as well. But I was going to talk about Rakim and his rhyming, because I notice he moves across the bar line a lot, which is cool. Yeah, I'm kind of approaching this song specifically, since I'm not huge in the production, trying to listen to it more from and I've kind of noticed this a little bit, just haven't mentioned it yet, but with Rakim and how he writes and the way he does his lyrics, I like how it's like he writes in long form sentences and then just chops it and brings it all down. Whereas other writers, it's almost like they write in short sentences where the end of the line has to be the end of that little like thought or statement or whatever, right? It's so I don't even know where to start because his verses are so good. When the crowd is moving, I compete with the mix. The rougher the cuts, the rougher the rhyme gets. Deeper and deeper, I hope you understand it. I made it up myself and I planned it. So that's kind of an example of where the end of the sentence or the line is kind of like the end of the statement in a sense too, right? But listen to how he does this. For other MCs who waste time writing jokes, riddles, and maybe a rhyme, that's 2 lines right there. I crossed my arms and I was waiting, but I was hating. The rappers on the microphone was fronting, just faking. They wasn't breaking, which means I was aching to get up on the microphone and then start taking control of the mic. Uptight when I grabbed it, so hug the speaker, your ears are magnet. So the way he's writing, the style, and how he is structuring the rhyme, because I don't know a lot about the history of rap and hip hop and all that stuff. I have some idea. But crossing the bar line was kind of a thing. I was like, oh shit, we can actually do that. And he's doing that. But it's not so direct as crossing the bar line is what I think about, but just more of the structure of his lyrics are really like written in a long form format. But then instead of trying to break it up and make it so that this long sentence is now just a bunch of string of short, well, actually that is kind of what he's doing. Instead of making a bunch of short sentences to say what he wants to say, he just makes a long form sentence and then chops it down and breaks the structure into a rhyming structure to keep that whole thing going. And so like in that writing style, he's just naturally breaking the bar line, but then just restructuring everything in so that the idea is still there. The writing, the lyrics and the rhyming scheme is all still there. And he doesn't really seem to give a fuck about the bar line in a sense. So it's not like this intentional, I'm going to cross over. I'm just going to go in this long form and then break it down and structure it. It's fucking cool. It's really neat. I love this whole thing because this is basically 2.5 lines. They was breaking, which means I was aching to get up on the microphone and then start taking control of the mic. Uptight when I grabbed it, so hug the speaker. Your ears a magnet, attracted to a freestyle put in effect. You listen to the man while you're sipping Moet. So Eric, pick up the needle, put it in the middle, give me a stretch, turn up my mic a little. I want you to hear this perfectly clear. Catch what I'm saying? You get the idea? I hope you acknowledge. Acknowledge, but it's chopped lyrically on the Genius here. They took the A out. I hope you acknowledge the beginning because I'm finished this song. Because I'm finished this song. The rhymer gets rougher as the rhyme flows on. So the way he writes is very different. Well, I shouldn't say necessarily very different, but it's like he's writing in a long form and then he just breaks the sentences and shoves them in instead of trying to write. Like if I was going to try and write like lyrics like this, I would try and keep it to like 7, 8 words, 9 words, whatever, right? I would never think to just write a long ass sentence and then break it and put it back in. Pretty fucking neat. And of course, I'm noticing this on a song called As the Rhyme Goes On. The rhyme gets rougher as the rhyme goes on. It certainly does, Rakim. It certainly does. You are correct. You should listen to the man on the mic. You're physically in this with me, but how could you tell if it's meant to be hip-hop if you're not mentally as well ready to absorb the rhyme that I just poured into the mic? So unite and this won't be so bored. If you just keep kicking, listen to the mix, and think you'll sink into the rhyme like quicksand, listen to the mix. It's even hard to read just because the way I want to read it is I want to put emphasis on the final word, but the final word is not the end of the thought. It's fucking cool. It's very cool. All right, let's keep going. This one's called Chinese Arithmetic. It is an instrumental. It is track 8. Dropping into number 8, Chinese Arithmetic. So now I do like As the Rhyme Goes On, even though I didn't care about the production. He's got like a water sound. Whoa. He's got a lot going on here. A lot going on here. Oh wow! So that's kind of funny. I looked over thinking, oh, it's probably almost over by now. We're not even halfway through. Oh, so I'm kind of bored with this song because, much like the other instrumental, I do feel like that's one thing that's tough with like a solo, right? Whether it's a drum solo, a guitar solo, whatever's going on in terms of like a solo or an instrumental or something like that. For me personally, it's got to keep kind of evolving and moving. If I get to a point in any kind of solo or instrumental where I feel like I've heard everything that they're gonna do, and then I just keep hearing that for the next minute or two, I go, well, I'm done because you're not introducing anything new. And like for me, I just feel like if you're gonna take the time to do a solo or an instrumental, it's got to keep evolving. Otherwise, we're just like I'm not gonna listen to the same drum beat for 4 minutes straight. It's got to do something else, right? Anyway, there you go. So there's still 2 minutes left. I might not finish this, but we'll see what happens. Because I feel like we've heard this a lot already. Just this sequence of sound. I think he's having fun playing it. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just hearing the same sound. So we're gonna skip to the next one. Okay. It's not that I hate it, but I'm just bored. I'm just straight up bored. I've heard it. I've heard the do and the little splashing sounds and all that. I've heard it. Okay. This is track 9. Eric B is president. Oh, and that's great because he was earlier he was nominated for president. Now he actually is president. So that's nice. We've obtained a goal here during the duration of this album. Also, Marley Marl is listed here on Spotify as well. This one's longer, about 6 minutes, but it's got a lot of listens too. So here's track 9. Eric B is president.
Make 'em clap to this.
To show our appreciation for your support.
Make 'em clap to this.
Thank you, DJs.
Make 'em clap to this. Make 'em clap to this. Make 'em clap to this. Make 'em clap to this.
He's got some trippy sounds that he can make.
I came in the door, I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's biting me, fighting me, inviting me to rhyme. I can't hold it back. I'm looking for the line, taking off my coat, clearing my throat. The rhyme will be kicking in till I hit my last note. My mind remains to find all kind of ideas. Self-esteem makes it seem like a thought took years to build, but still say a rhyme after the next one. Prepared, never scared, I'll just bless one. And you know that I'm the solo whiz, so Eric B, make 'em clap to this.
Eric B, make 'em
clap to this. Make 'em clap to this. Make 'em clap to this.
It almost sounds like an inverted drum note that like wah, 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 wah. And it's almost like he's using that to make a clap sound in a sense. Almost.
He's kicking it, plus it ain't no half stepping. The party is live, the rhyme can't be kept inside of me.
The party is
like
live,
a
the rhyme can't
volcano.
be kept.
It ain't the everyday style or the same old rhyme, cause I'm better than the rest of them. Every B is on the cut, and my name is Rakim.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like this.
Make 'em clap to this. Make 'em clap to this.
Some of these bass notes are like super funky, you know? Just like classic 80s electronic sound.
First you said all you want is love and affection. Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. Take you out, buy you all kinds of things. Make 'em clap to this. Call the attitude. You need food to eat up. I'm scheming like I'm dreaming on the couch with my feet up. You scream I'm lazy. You must be crazy. Thought I was a donut. You tried to glaze me.
Thought I was a donut. You tried to glaze me. Is this? Hold on. Let me click this annotation on. Thought it was a donut. You tried to glaze me. Okay, so this is kind of interesting, right? So to glaze somebody is to try and take them for a fool. But these days, if you're glazing somebody, you're like being way too nice to them, right? Like you're just like being way too flattering. Why are you glazing? And I mean, obviously that's a little bit more of an internet term, but earlier I was talking about how I hope certain terms like biting never go away. And here we have the example of glaze being a very different term back in the 80s. This line was inspired by Rakim's love of a certain famous donut chain. And here's a quote. I ain't got to tell you, I had a Dunkin' Donuts fetish back in the day. I used to get a dozen donuts every day. So it was one of the things that was on my mind. That's a lot of donuts. Every day, a dozen. I'm assuming he's not eating a dozen. I hope not. That's a lot of donuts.
You wouldn't get them just to look at them.
Well, but I hope other people are helping eat them.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, let's finish this one up. Although, well, there's still 3 minutes left, but we'll get it through, and then we'll look at some lyrics at the end.
Make 'em clap, make 'em clap, make 'em clap, make 'em clap to this. Now that made it easy to dance to this. But can you detect what's coming next from the flex of the wrist? Say indeed, then I'll proceed, cause my man made a mix. If he bleed, he won't need no band-aid to fix.
I don't know why I like that though. If he bleed, he won't need no band-aid to fix. I'm very surprised at the amount of time they give to these like instrumental sections. But I feel like it's like a sign of respect, right? Like, let's give this DJ room to play.
Make a clap to this.
Yeah. And again, like I was saying earlier, it feels like this is essentially Eric's verse, more or less, you know? But yeah, they really do give a long window of time for just listening to the beat. It kind of makes me wonder, too, if this is something that Eric wanted, because it gives other DJs a section of music to have for them to fuck around with. Like, maybe they can do something with it. I don't know. Like, hey, here's what I made. And then leaving a big, long window of just production so that maybe other people can do something with it and make something else, something new. I don't know. Let's see. Eric, be easy on the cut. No mistakes allowed. Because to me, MC means move the crowd. I made it easy to dance to this, but can you detect what's coming next from the flex of the wrist? Say indeed, and I'll proceed, because my man made a mix. If you bleed, he won't need no band-aids to fix his fingertips, so I rhyme until there's no rhymes left. I hurry up, because the cut will make him bleed to death. But he's kicking it, because it ain't no half-step, and the party is live. The rhyme can't be kept inside of me. Erupting just like a volcano, it ain't everyday style or the same old rhyme, because I'm better than the rest of them. Eric B is on the cut, and my name is Rakim. It's funny, like, you guys can't see it on your screen, but I'll slide this over real quick. You know, Genius likes to put, you might also like, and it's like, Ice-T, sure, Clips with Kendrick Lamar, sure. Sabrina Carpenter. How the fuck does a Sabrina Carpenter recommendation from Genius get in there while listening to Paid in Full? I don't know. Another thing I don't like about, there's a lot of stuff I don't like about Genius. Another thing, their search engine is awful. It's so bad. So bad. You can like type in the exact name for an album and it'll give you 20 other results before just the album. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes. I came in the door, I said it before, I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's biting me, fighting me, inviting me to rhyme. I can't hold it back. I'm looking for the line, taking off my coat, clearing my throat. The rhyme will be kicking until I hit my last note. My mind remains refined, all kinds of ideas. Self-esteem makes it seem like a thought took years to build. But still say a rhyme right after the next one. Prepared, never scared. I'll just bless one. And you know that I'm the soloist. So Eric B, make him clap to this. Good shit. Good shit. All right, this is the final track. Another instrumental. It's called Extended Beat. It's almost 4 minutes. I'll let it play out the whole way through. I know the other one I stopped a little early. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But at 2.5 minutes into a 4-minute track, it just seemed like we were repeating the same sound. So here is the final track off Paid in Full Extended Beat. Drop it in, track 10. Oh, yeah. I feel like I've heard this before. Yeah, I feel like I've heard this before. It's almost like an amalgamation of all the other beats that he's made on the album. I feel like I've heard that guitar bit. I feel like I heard the bass bit. That we've heard. See, I like this one more because we're clearly moving through phases of beat structure. Some stuff has come out. Took the guitar out. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Da-da-da. Now we come back here with this. Yeah, this feels a little bit more structured as a song rather than Chinese Arithmetic. It just felt like we were kind of looping a lot. It almost feels like an instruction guide on how to put together beats. I feel like how many, inspiring producers put this track on to listen to it from a mechanical point of view. To hear the layers coming in and out and the timing and the loops and all that stuff.
The crack.
The making of a classic.
That's it. I'm not going to listen to the other two. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, man. I haven't listened to hardly anything from the 80s, right? I think the only other 80s album I've heard is Straight Outta Compton. But this does have a feeling of like a mile marker. There is something special about this one. I like how much time and space they give to the production. Eric B. and how much room he has on the album. And I feel like maybe one of the reasons why this album is so loved in hip hop history essentially is because there's probably a lot of guys out there, producers, who just sat and listened to it over and over, like analyzing it. Trying to figure out, okay, I hear him bring in this beat. I hear that. I hear this. Now he's taking it out. I hear the loop here. I hear the loop there. It's almost like an instruction manual in terms of production. And then with writing specifically, not necessarily the rapping. I mean, I like Rakim's style and his flow. Just easy, cool. But the writing, there's a lot of effort in the writing. And I really like the style of the writing where it really just seems like he takes these elongated thoughts and rather than take that thought and try and make it short and simple to punch it in, no. I'm going to change my rhyming scheme. I'm going to change how I say this thought so that I can then take it and essentially accordion fold this long sentence into this whole verse, or at least, portion of the verse. And so from a rapping point of view, a lyrical rhyming point of view, I can see how this album would inspire so many people too. Paid in Full, man. That was fun. That was fun. I will say this too, it's an older album. You can hear it. The styles are a little antiquated and what have you. And that's just kind of the nature of hip hop when you go back, right? And so is this an album I'm going to listen to over and over and over again? No, it's not. It's not going to be an album I listen to all the time. I don't even know if I'll put it on that much, going forward. I'll probably give it a couple more listens and be like, yeah, okay. But it is cool to hear. As someone who has listened to a lot of hip hop, man, it is cool to hear and to think back to early days, early hip hop form, prior to how many artists we've heard today, how many people have been inspired by this album, how many people have been inspired by artists who were inspired by this album. It's got that much reach, probably. And so it's fun to think about just evolution of a genre in certain source points. And this is definitely one of those source points. And how much this album has just caused ripples going outward, into the genre going forward as things change and stuff. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. Paid in full. Finally got to it. Glad I did. That's a good time. You know what? Honestly, too, for me, in terms of just being in the chair and doing what I do, kind of nice. Kind of like a relaxing time as well. One thing that is nice about some older hip hop stuff is, like with Kendrick. Like I really like Kendrick. I think he's one of the greats. I kind of think he is the great. But man, I feel like more and more when I listen to him, I'm just overwhelmed. He has so much to say in such a complicated way of saying, well, not necessarily a super complicated way of saying it, but there's always just references and double meanings and triple meanings. And my poor brain just goes, I'm too bald for this shit. I'm way too bald, Kendrick, to listen to all this. I'm noticing it with Jid too. I love Jid, but I feel like I haven't really given Jid the attention he deserves, because when you really pay attention to his lyrics, he's saying a lot too. I like Jid's style a lot, quite a bit. Anyway, a bit of a side ramble there. How long was that? Oh, a little bit. Okay, hour and a half. Yeah, okay. Yeah, double the runtime. There you go. There you go. All right, y'all. That was fun. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Go preferred sports organization with the old foosball. My wife and I are going to watch some football this weekend. We don't really watch football anymore, but I like putting on the playoffs. So we'll watch some playoff games. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you soon.